wasn't made here. Angels like you. Sin City wasn't made here. Angels like you. Well, you know it. Well, you know it. Well, you know it. Well, you know it. Well, you know it.
Make sure y'all double tap the screen and share the live before we get ready for this. Let's talk about it so we can get some more people in this thing.
Well, you know it. Well, you know it. Well, you know it. Well, you know it. Right now. Take that off. I just wanna see you.
Welcome to Let's Talk About It, where no topic is off topic. I am Nee Baby, the host of the show. We have a guest co-host, which is my niece, Nay. Make sure when she joins, y'all be sure to hit that follow button on her TikTok page as well. We do not own the copyrights to the music that you hear played in the background. This is Let's Talk About It, where no topic is off topic. Double tap the screen, share the live with your people.
She's away off of the trip coming down. Must be in Houston. You close your eyes, you feel the rise. I go inside. I'm shooting. Sin City wasn't made here. Angels like you. Sin City wasn't made here. Angels like you. Well, you know it. 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 No more cause.
My bad. Welcome to Let's Talk About It, where no topic is off topic, with your host, Nee Baby. Y'all already know your favorite comedian, your favorite entrepreneur, your favorite stud to see on TikTok. If you're down and out, you need a laugh. Make sure y'all double tap the screen. Make sure you share the live with your people. If you do not have the chance to watch the full thing, you can always go back and watch the recap on my YouTube channel at Nee Baby Stupid Stud. I do not own the copyrights to the music that you hear played in the background. But welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Let's Talk About It. We have a guest co-host today, which is mine truly, my lovely niece. As I would like to say, the first person who made me be an adult and a parent and an auntie. She will be joining us here in a few minutes for Let's Talk About It, when no topic is off topic. And we're going to talk about conspiracy theories. And I know a lot of y'all like conspiracy theories. Yes, when I mean conspiracy theories, a lot of these young kids see things that we don't see as far as social media, because social media is a big way of life for them. And also, we're going to be talking about the 18, 19, and 20-year-olds, how to be entrepreneurs, how to be successful, what is life like in their heads. I did a statistic research reading, and it stated that over 95% of young adults, 18, 19, and 20, suffer for high anxiety, depression, anger, and social anxiety as well when it comes to having a two full parent governmented home, meaning that they have two full parents, they're not struggling, they're not going through anything, but they still have this sense of depression or anxiety, or feel the need to be standoffish, or what we would call introverted. So we're going to talk with my niece about that today, and a lot of conspiracy theories. And I know a lot of things she's probably going to say, and you're probably going to hear me say. You all have heard it before. Our childhoods have been destroyed. Our teenager years have been destroyed. Our adulthood years have been destroyed. So we're going to be here to talk about it today. Make sure you double tap the screen so we can get some more people in here. Share the live. All my ladies, all my gentlemen, y'all hope y'all ready, because she's a beautiful young lady, all right? So hold down your comments. Pipe down. Pipe down. I'm DJing. I'm learning how to DJ, because when I do my recaps and I post them, I like it to look like something when I put it together. So that's why I got the music playing. That's why we started on time, 10 minutes beforehand. I was late last week, man. Well, I was late. Carrot Top was not late. She was already ready impromptu, but I was late. So make sure y'all join me and the co-host Carrot Top when she's out on vacation to see one of our fellow supporters. So let's right now give love and light to Tammy. Shout out to love and light to Tammy. Give love and light to Carrot Top out in the California area over there in the West Coast. I know they're out there watching right now. So shout out to y'all. Hugs and kisses to all of that. So before we get started, I have one question. What is one conspiracy theory that you have heard of or that you think about? Drop it in the comments. My niece finna get ready to join us in a few more minutes here. This my shit. Throw it. Throw it. Throw it. Throw it. I do not own the copyrights to the music played in the background, nor do I profit or benefit off the music played in the background. The Illuminati. Yay. Okay. That's a good one. That's when we all fall into the Illuminati. Secret society. That's a good conspiracy theory though. That is one of the main ones of I gotta play this. Shout out to my mama generation and them 70s, them 60s, them 70 babies, them 60s and 70 babies. Let me tell y'all something. They hit different. This man in this song, boy, I ain't gonna tell no jokes. Just listen to it. The government causes environmental disasters. Yes, that's a good one we can talk about. Yeah, he said, I'm your mama, I'm your daddy, I'm the Nigga in the alley. Want some smoke? Want some coke? Want some weed? I'm your pusher man. Oh, this is my jam. It made me want to throw on some platforms and bell bottoms. And do some motherfucking robot. I bet you if I play this for my daddy, he gonna be like, oh yeah. That's the shit there, girl. What you know about the man? This my song, y'all. I do not own the copyrights to the music y'all hear played in the background, nor do I profit or benefit off of it. I have to say this when I recap this on my YouTube channel because they be trying to mute you for everything. I'm your pusher man. What y'all know about that? What y'all know about that? Y'all don't know about that. Y'all don't know about that. Y'all don't know NTT. It was this for me. They were playing the shit out that guitar, boy. They were playing the fuck out of that guitar. Oh, you grew up on that? See, I said, boy, y'all babies hit different. Shout out to PS Tonics. I'ma stop stealing your tea after Wild Heart, sweetheart. She should be rolling the dough in a minute. Today we are talking about conspiracy theories, government controlling the environmental seasons, and also what we love to talk about always and every day to this day is the Illuminati, secret society. So we'll be talking about with my niece because she's big on conspiracy theories. She's big on social media and keeping up with the Joneses. As far I be so far back, she be putting me up on game. So we are going to be talking about that. So I hope y'all ready for this conversation.
She look prettier with me, she know her alphabets, but she stuck on double C. She like back on my little baby, take my name from state to state, still smell like I'm selling weight.
I don't know. I think to start off with, we can start off with the government and controlling the weather and the seasons and the different changes. And well, I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna say these big disasters. So I was talking about on one of my other lives about the submarine that was split in half. Have anybody on here has yet to see that video and that article and about this submarine? Because listen, hear me out. I don't push my beliefs or my thoughts or my or what I believe in or anything like that on anyone. But if we have parts of the sea level that we have not yet discovered, and y'all going down with them submarines submerging all under this water, bells blow, and you're fucking with people's homes and nests and shit, and you're getting clawed up, and you're looking stupid. Because what about the people that was on that submarine? Like, I feel like a lot of things don't get talked about, you know what I'm saying, when families are paid off for all these different things that be happening. Hillary Clinton, when she was running in office, I'll cut that off. We'll cut the music. We do not own the copyrights to the music. Welcome to Let's Talk About It, where no topic is off topic. We have already dived in a little bit while we're waiting on my co-host to come on and talk about the conspiracy theories, because my niece is a big conspiracy theorist. So, for first and beginning to start off the conversation over again, I was telling everybody it's a submarine. A submarine was found in the water, fucked up, split in half, clawed up. Like, they really use different type of metals and things like that when they building these type of ships and shit like that for the Navy and the Coast Guards and the Army and all that stuff like that. So this submarine was split into pieces, shredded almost. They could not identify what caused that. Okay, timeline of events is when the shit's finna get real. Because right after that submarine happened, they threw a motherfucking test bomb. Join the live, Nate. They threw a motherfucking test bomb in the water. And we all knew that erupted the water. And then after that happened in the series and timeline of events, that's when the gas pipeline in the water erupted and the fire began in the water in the Gulf Coast, right? So it's some shit that is not being unfolded correctly. They give you these events when they want to give you these events, but these events really happened in that timely fashion. The submarine got fucked up. After the submarine got fucked up, they threw the bomb, the big tank bomb, into the water. Testing. Whenever they say testing, it is not fact to test. They trying to do some shit sneakily. We're just testing. What's up, Nana, baby? So, welcome to Let's Talk About It, when no topic is off topic. This is Nay. This is my beautiful niece, everyone. So this is the big conspiracy theorist right now that we have in the family. She is 18 years of age, be 19 in December. That girl getting up there, making me feel old.
Yes.
Period.
3 more months and I'll be 19.
Yes, she is very, very, very she has knowledge from a lot of ways, you know what I'm saying? Her mother, me, her grandmother, her different backgrounds of Cambodia and African American. So we mix that together. So, Nay, what we are talking about right now is, did you see or hear about the submarine that was split in half in the water?
I heard about that. I did.
See, you up on game. I told y'all, we get shit late. She knows shit on time. So the series of events in my case, correct me if I'm wrong because you know more than I do. In the series of events, the submarine happened first. Then they dropped the test bomb in the water. And then after that, the gas pipeline caught the water on fire. Is that timeline of events correct?
I heard about the submarine split after I heard about the fire in the water. But I don't think it is what they say it is. How, a submarine just split in half.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of.
So what do you think? What in the theory of speaking, they say, it's a lot of the ocean level, a lot of the sea level that has never been discovered. So with them doing all that, do you think that something beastly like could have towed that submarine up?
We've only discovered 5% out of 100. So when you think about that ratio of what we know about the ocean, we don't know really anything about it. Right. We don't know what's in there. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things they try to hide in there. There's a lot of things they try to keep from coming, closer to the shore, which is the reason why I think there was a fire in the middle of the ocean. It just seems so crazy to me because
The
I was
gas
trying to figure out.
pipeline. So the gas pipeline somehow busted and it caught fire. But how did that catch fire if it's in water?
Right. I'm trying to figure out why there's gas pipes even in the ocean. That shouldn't even be there to begin with. But I definitely think it was intentional. I do believe in all kinds of creatures when it go to from fairies to
Mermaids.
Bigfoot and mermaids, all of that. I believe in all of those things.
Right.
So I feel like they're definitely trying to hide something in there, something that, tired of hiding.
Yeah.
Because we got octopuses, we got turtles that are the size of cars and the size of school buses. And
True.
we think that there's not other things beyond that.
Bigger than that. Yeah. Because
Things
I
way
don't know
bigger
the
than that.
exact weight of a whale, but a whale is pretty fucking huge. And for them to say it can be nothing bigger than that, it can be big. And it's also been in research. It's still out right now in Florida and in the swamps of those type of areas where the alligators are still big as shit. You know what I'm saying? The alligators are still 2 18-wheeler car links, tail wise, anacondas. They can kill about 10 people at one time if they wrap their body around them.
Yep.
Somebody said they don't want us to discover what really lies beneath, and I said what I said. That is correct.
Exactly, which is also why the reason why I feel like the government, they're trying to find a way out or a way off of the earth, which is why we explore space so much. It's like why is space so important, this and that? Because Earth soon enough is going to be what's the word I'm looking for? We won't be able to live on it anymore because of how polluted it already is.
Let me ask you this, Nay. When you say they are steady trying to discover space, we all know, did no man walk on no moon, or did he?
I don't believe we touched the moon at all.
Okay. Ashe?
I definitely believe it was fake because you have to think about the space race between us and another country, right? They kept making technological advances and they were advancing faster than us. And as us, we're being the United States, we're supposed to be this perfect nation.
Right.
And we're supposed to be so advanced. We want to come off as smarter or better than another country. A lot of things are made up. They want to seem like, we walked on the moon.
Right.
When in reality, they didn't. It was a camera setup. It was,
right.
planned.
Yeah, because I had showed my niece and my sister the video or the commercial that they had for Hennessy. And as I like to say, they like to put stuff plain sight. They put it right in our face, but we just be like, oh, that's we don't really try to put two and two together.
Right.
So I showed Nay the commercial, and in this commercial it's an advertisement for Hennessy, the liquor Hennessy. Okay. So in the commercial, the guy gets into this little ball and he shoots off into space, right? He gets to space and he reaches the stars, where the stars are. When he reaches that, he goes then again through another shift to where he busts through water. So once he busts through the water, then he come through the water, he looking like, oh dang, I'm in the water. So how do you go off land through space then back through water? Do you believe that we are surrounded by a body of water as far as Earth or the world is concerned?
I feel like there's definitely a possibility that we could be surrounded by water, but then that would make me question everything else about science and how they say gravity works and things like that. So
Mm-hmm.
that really confused me. I did really think about that, and I was just like, wow, like it made everything seem so unrealistic. The things that we do know now, seeing that commercial where he literally was trying to get to space, but he ended up in some water. That shit blew my mind.
I'm finna, yeah, somebody said that they wanted to see it, so here it is. I'm trying to show as best I can.
When a man reaches the edge, after he goes as far as any man can possibly go, how does his son continue?
Make it make sense.
Yeah, you see, he went through the water. Now he's in the ocean. So.
Right.
And that also, it made me think about a movie me and my mom recently watched. It's called Suicide Squad. They released a new one, and the whole story, it was about basically they went to space and they took this giant starfish. I guess it was floating around in space, but it had a lot of, they tried to weaponize it basically, and it got really, really, really big, and it had a giant eyeball, and inside of him was almost like the ocean inside of him. So it was just crazy to me. I'm just like, the fact she showed me that video days after I watched that movie,
Right.
and at the end, the starfish, she was just saying like, I was floating peacefully. I was floating so peacefully, and they just came and took him. And it's really sad to me because I feel like there's a lot of things that we take it's not ours.
Right.
When
okay.
it comes to any type of being captured, it's not supposed to be captured. Just because we want to know more about it or use it for our advantage doesn't mean that it's right. And I feel like we have a lot of things locked up.
So when you say I love this conversation and you're so brilliant, but when you say they don't like to be captured, you know what I'm saying, it brings me to the show that they have. Is it Sirens or Sirens with the Sirens? Have you watched that?
No, it's on Hulu though,
it's
right?
on Hulu, yeah. So that is something to get into, and it talks about the basically like the mermaid type people and feel, and not for nothing, what we don't know that we need to know, and a lot of people need to research this, is they have beautiful voices. They will call unto you and lure you in if you are any type of brutal being, or if you got some karma, and they can use you. And a lot of people, and we're going to jump into the next topic with it, and a lot of people and celebrities do take for that gift. And when you take that gift, you have to be able to give something in return to these people, these beings, you know what I'm saying, in sort of sense. So, if you haven't watched that, definitely get up on that. And that can be for another day, another topic with Nate on Let's Talk About It. But definitely that is something to research on. And it's like, they be showing all these different films and videos of them washing up people, capturing them with these fishermen. And like I say, when we're supposed to be vegan, that's what they mean. We're supposed to be vegan. We're not supposed to be eating the fish and shrimp and crawfish and crab legs, although we all fall victim to it, because I do myself. I say, I'm sorry. But we are, as she said, we are capturing these things that are trying to have life, that are trying to live in their own body of life, in their own world. So why are we out here catching them and messing it up? It was one, before we jump into the next one, about the Illuminati conspiracy theories against celebrities in that field. But it was one.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Yeah, it was one. It was a family-owned. Damn, I haven't found a video on YouTube for you, because y'all know we come with facts. We stamp it. It was a family-owned fisherman business, and they go out and they fish for like shrimp, and I think he said like the biggest shrimp, the bulkiest crab, and whatever the case may be. And they went out one season, had never happened to him before in all the years that him and his sons and his wife and them was doing this job. Went out one season. He said something told him not to go. They went anyway. Two of his sons got killed. The wife was brutally damaged, all because the ocean shook some shit up. Because they continually take it. And then a lot of fishermen do learn how to handle bodies of water when they shaking you up and they catching storms and they throwing their waves at you. That's because they don't want to be caught. But fishermen are trying to do what? Make their money, feed their family, and do what they got to do. So they're not opening up their minds to why we really need to be vegan. And the fact that she said that, Ashe Spirit, I receive it. We need to know that the reasons why is because they don't want to be captured. Just like we don't want to be held slaved and held captured and held captive in no prison and behind bars in somebody's basement or attic. Just, it's just like it makes sense. So definitely, if you have not watched Siren, if you have not get caught up on these TV shows that's coming out, they drop a bunch of gems. Do not be hidden. Don't be blind about what's going on. 9 Perfect Strangers on Hulu. Me, my niece, and my sister all involved. My wife all involved. It is very good. It is basically telling you about psychedelics. So what I get out of it already within all the episodes that we have reached, if you know about psychedelics and you know about shrooms and you know about being in that social space to where you can be with your ancestors, be in that world, see what you need to see, 9 Perfect Strangers is fucking showing and telling you what it is in your face. So jumping into the next topic, because we're gonna dive in, is celebrities, Illuminati, and conspiracy theories against these people. So first and foremost, I want to go back because I'm a 90s baby and I know you already know about it. Aaliyah.
Go ahead.
Aaliyah versus the Beyonce, because your mama a big Beyonce fan.
And
your mama a big Beyonce fan, so we finna go in right now. So what do you feel? Just, from your personal opinion, no topic is off topic, no answer, no question, no is right or wrong. These are only just feelings and facts and emotions and thoughts out loud that we're talking about. Let's go, Nana baby. What you got?
All right. So from what I've read and heard about the situation, basically people are saying that Aaliyah was killed off so Beyonce could be a star, so she could continue to elevate, because you have to think about they were both upcoming around the same time. And Aaliyah, she had roles in movies set for the rest of her career was laid out. She was going to be the biggest of the biggest.
Yes, because the queen of the damn, go ahead.
Yeah, she was the biggest of the biggest. She was going to be way bigger than Beyonce ever could be.
Yeah, we knew that.
But the thing is, people be so greedy and for fame and for money, they decide we got to kill Aaliyah. She got to go. Because if she don't go, I ain't going to get my roles in the movies. I ain't going to be able to thrive separate from Destiny's Child and all this stuff, because she was with a group. She wasn't solo. She was with a group. So, and she knew that she was going to leave that group soon. So I feel like she had to get rid of her competition. I really do believe in that theory because of the way she died and like the people around her.
Someone said Aaliyah's mom was sleeping with R. Kelly. That's a new one. I didn't hear that one.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So do you think that it was, well, I know you probably think that it was planned out and not a coincidence that everything happened the way it did?
I don't think anything is a coincidence, especially with celebrity deaths.
Oh, they said it's true. They say it's true, Nate. Her mom was sleeping with R. Kelly. Wow.
And I did hear a theory that R. Kelly actually, I think he raped Aaliyah. Actually, that's what I heard. And she like had got pregnant or something. She had to have an abortion. So that's believable. What I read.
Right, Ashe. Man, that's crazy. So when it comes to Beyonce, now a lot of people, say what they want to say about Beyonce, but I do think that she reached out to her Orisha, her overhead, her Oshun, to better her in the entertainment business because of her debt for Aaliyah? Do you feel like Beyonce has paid debt for Aaliyah, or in that case, in conspiracy wise, thinking that if it was Illuminati plan for her to rise, do you think that she paid her debt to her ancestors for that?
I definitely think she did. I don't think she wanted. I don't think she was the one who wanted Aaliyah to die, but I think it was more her management, the people
Management,
she
right,
worked for.
right.
Um, Beyonce as a person, I love her as a person.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like she's a great person. She's done a lot for her community that she doesn't speak on 'cause she
right,
doesn't want the recognition. She
right.
does a lot of things under the table for
Yeah,
people
that
she
she
doesn't
does
talk
do. Yeah,
about.
she does. Beyonce does a lot for the African um
Hmm.
communities all the time, especially when they had that big crime that was going on over there. I don't know if it was Haiti or where it was specifically in Africa, but Beyonce went and shut that shit down more than truly. So, Pimp C, do you know anything about Pimp C?
I know nothing about
You know
him.
nothing about Pimp C. So as a younger generation she is, in my generation, everybody on my live on my side and probably some people on your side that know who Pimp C is. Pimp C was the artist, he was the rapper, he was the GOAT all time. Texas stand up, Houston stand up. Him and Bun B did their thing. Pimp C did an interview and basically was saying some shit that was going on with management in the secret society that shook the table. And when it shook the table, he was then found in his hotel room, as they called it, overdosed, um
As they do with many
as they do
celebrities,
with
they
most people.
they
So
cover it up with
Pimp C
drugs.
was the first one for me to have opened my eyes to what the industry can do to you mentally, physically, and just for money. Like as she say, all money ain't good money, but they out here trying to get the bad money. The bad money is easy. The bad money is quicker. Basically, the bad money gets you, women, fame, houses, cars, jewelry. You get to travel all over the world. You get to do what you want to do. So Pimp C was actually the first one to have introduced my generation. Your generation, y'all know some shit. We don't know shit. Pimp C, um, yeah, and that's what happened. He said what he had to say, but that goes further back to Tupac. I know you know about Tupac. Tupac was a
Yeah,
genius.
he was
Tupac
a
was a
genius.
genius. He was. And I feel like okay, so one thing, did anyone on here know that they have a lot the DJ, what's her name? From New York, what's her name? I forget her name, but she has a lot of hidden interviews and videotape footage that she will not give out to the press. She would not give to anybody. It is locked up in the safe compartment of Tupac. Did anybody know about that? The one, she from New York, she radio station, all the time interviewed with, she was the first one to interview with Tupac, and Tupac had several videos with her, an interview tape that she did not give to no one. Is locked up. She won't let nobody talk to her, get those footages. And I have no idea. It wasn't MC Light. It was Angie Martinez. That's exactly what it is. Angie Martinez has several interview tapes of Tupac Shakur that she will not give to anybody. They are locked up. And I know it's because he was dropping gems. He was dropping gems before they shot him up and before they did what he did. So,
Mhm.
do you know the backstory behind Tupac on who you think killed him?
Um, who was the guy? He
Suge Knight.
Suge Knight. That's definitely who I think killed him. Suge. If you don't know who Suge Knight is, he was very cold hearted, very brutal with all of his artists. Very. hands on
So
with all
did
of
you
that.
know they just started floating around? Did you know that one fatal blow that killed him was to the back of his head, and who he was in the back seat with, who was in the back seat was a producer's daughter that Tupac was dating. So the new theory states that she is the one who actually pulled off the fatal shot amongst the several shots that were shot into the car and inside the car. So you had people shooting at him outside the car and in the car. So he had front, back, and then side to side, basically. So
Right.
yeah, so a lot of people, I think it was, for me, for me, I can't speak for nobody else. I think it was multiple people that played a part in to what
Yeah.
Tupac had going on, because Tupac, not for nothing, was going to be the biggest Jay-Z
Hmm.
if
And you
of
got to
his
think
time.
about who else. You got to think about who else was signed to Death Row Records at that time, like
A lot of
Snoop
people
Dogg
signed to
and.
Death Row Records at that time. Dr. Dre had just got out of his contract with Death Row Records. Eazy-E had been passed away,
Mhm.
with dealing with Suge Knight and Death Row Records. He wasn't signed to them, but whatever.
Mhm.
I don't know why
Um.
people still think Tupac is alive. They need to let that man rest. Ain't nobody gonna, fake his death or anything
Yeah.
like that, that hard. Especially,
Yeah.
like, let that man rest. Let him be the ancestral guide for the rap game. You know what I'm saying? Like, for these
Right.
rappers, like NLE Chopper, he's in your generation. What do you feel about him going spiritual and then doing a spiritual album and then turning back and flipping into a gangster rap album? Do you think it was for the management, or do you think it was for him?
The spiritual aspect, I think that was for him. Him going back, switching back and forth between gangster music and more spirit, you know what I'm saying? That's for management. I think they're like, hey, that's okay. You had your turn, you had your time to do the type of stuff you wanted to do,
Mm-hmm.
but now it's time for you to start doing this again and start getting your numbers back up. Because that's what they like to hear from him. They don't
Right.
like to hear things about God and stuff like that and spirituality. They don't want to hear that. They want to hear him rap about guns and killing people and stuff like that because that's what's in. That's what's
Mm-hmm.
popular right now. And yeah, I think that's with a lot of artists. They don't have control over their music. Especially if you're signed to a major record label,
Mm-hmm.
you have no control over anything. You've
Right.
signed your life away. People don't realize that. But
And a lot of
although he
rap artists and R&B artists and musicians that are heavy in the fame game, as I like to call it, they speak about it in their music and their lyrics. um Chris Brown had a song that was been going around on TikTok as well, and he stated how, he sold his soul. He depressed about it, he's sad about it, he hurt about it, he mad about it,
Mhm.
and a lot of times we look over what they're saying, but it's like I said, it's in
Right.
plain sight. It's right there.
Right. And you have to, like, when you think about the music industry or the industry in general and how involved they are in drugs and alcohol and all these things that they do, it's because they're on the inside they're suffering, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I feel like the only thing they can resort to is drugs, make them feel happy because when you vibrate low, drugs make you feel good.
Oh,
Drugs
oh, say that again.
When you're vibrating low, drugs make you feel good.
Ashe, for
For
those of y'all didn't
example,
hear that in the back, she said, if you vibrating low, drugs make you feel good.
and
And
I
I
could
received
see,
that in so many
yeah.
levels. That is true. That is fact. You dropping gems on the day. And
Mhm.
that's crazy, because we love this music. That's why Beyonce said in the interview recently, she can do what she wants now. She free. Drake just
Mhm.
got out of his contract. He's mentioning in his album. A lot of these artists are trying to literally find their way. You know what I'm saying?
Beyonce paid her dues. Where a lot of people don't realize when you sell your soul, you're it's a real thing to sell your soul. It's a real thing to be soulless. But also in exchange, you can receive certain gifts, certain talents that you didn't have before. It's a real thing. The devil can grant you these wishes when you sell your soul, apparently.
Right.
And there's a lot of celebrities that have alter egos, you know what I'm saying? And they talk about them openly in interviews or anything if you watch certain celebrities' interviews. But Beyonce's alter ego was Sasha Fierce. And
Right.
Sasha Fierce is something in her that's not her.
Mm-hmm.
So every time Beyonce would perform, she would go crazy. Like if you watch any of her performances, she goes insane, full, all out, all energy.
She put all her energy into it, right?
Her all into it because that's not her. It's something else inside of her. And I feel like she's finally free of that demon.
Right, so she can be
good for her.
Yeah, that is because we haven't heard or seen Sasha Fierce in a minute. So when we speak on being in the industry, and they say a lot of artists, R&B musicians, actresses, actors go through the humiliation stage. Do you feel that DaBaby is a part of that humiliation stage for what he did at the Rolling Loud, or do you feel like that was him being arrogant and cocky?
Honestly, I keep trying to figure out what made him say that, but we can't justify people's actions because humans are humans, and sometimes we say certain things either out of adrenaline or certain emotions. So he was at Rolling Loud and he thought he was about to get the crowd pumped up, but he ended up saying some dumb shit about HIV or whatever.
Right.
But the humiliation stage, I feel like I don't know if that's necessarily true because there's a lot of, well, maybe it is because there's a lot of celebrities who do stuff and then they get canceled for however long, and they come back, and then everybody's all like, "Woo, they're back! We done forgot about that." So maybe that is what he's going through right now.
And not only for DaBaby, in my generation, how often have we went to the club and we have heard the DJ say, if you got a $20 bill in your pocket, put your hands up. If your bill's paid, put your hands up. If your coochie clean, put your hands up. If you ain't got no disease, put your hands up.
I done heard all of those things in the club being out. If you STD free, put your hand. You know what I'm saying? People are comfortable saying things like this because this is the norm.
The norm, right. So for my being, you know what I'm saying, I'll say it had a lot to do with pumping the crowd up because it's no different than when the DJ doing it at the club and y'all drunk and y'all high and y'all jumping up and down to what he's saying, but he doing a concert, y'all filming it, it's getting pointed out, and then now because he's DaBaby, not your local DJ at the club that you love going to, it's council time. Let's let him go. Let's go. And and a lot of gays, not for nothing, we felt a lot of gays, I can't say we because I didn't feel that way, but a lot of gays felt attacked for the HIV statement that he made. But I feel like he made that all in one. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
If you ain't gay, bye-bye. If you ain't got HIV, if you ain't sucking, blah, blah,
Exactly. People shouldn't take things so personally, especially coming from celebrities, a person you don't know.
Right. I say.
Why take things so personally? Like, people take stuff so personally. He said nothing about gay people. All he made a statement about was HIV, and people take something and they run with it. So I have sympathy for celebrities when it comes to things like that because people are so personal.
Yeah, I think a lot of times we don't really look at how often we look at certain situations and feel attacked and feel triggered and are mad about something that doesn't pay our bills, doesn't harm our feelings, is not putting food in the refrigerator. But we always have something to say. It is freedom of speech, but we're all on here talking and saying how we feel, and and you're not thinking that person is a human, that person has kids, that person is normal outside of what y'all really see or think or feel. So
I wanted to talk about how these people get into the Illuminati or get into the loop.
Let's go.
So I seen a video recently. I don't know if you guys know who she is, but her name is Wo Vicky, and she's like an
Yes.
influencer on Instagram and TikTok and stuff.
Yeah.
And she recently did a interview, and she was talking about how the Illuminati shit is real. Whenever she moved to LA and stuff, you know, you get invited to celebrity parties and stuff. She got invited to Bella Thorne's party at her house.
Mm-hmm.
And she said basically it was some guys there, and they're like, nobody can bring their phone in, can't bring any personal items inside. And you had to sign a paper, and they had to prick your finger, and you had to sign it in blood. These people literally take your soul without you even knowing. You literally can sign your life over just that
Just by
easily,
doing that, right?
just to go into a party and see who's in there. Like, you never know what other celebrities are with Bella Thorne, so people look at that as an opportunity. When really it's a trick. It's to trick you. And I know I also have a couple of friends who've been to LA, or you know, stayed there for a while, and every one of them has told me that LA is a place that really sucks you in. Everywhere you go, they try to get you everywhere.
I mean, you got to think of, for me, LA was always that. Think of the name, Los Angeles. You get lost in Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? If you're not just going there to be a tourist, and even that can be sketchy, or going to vacation or doing business and getting out, definitely, you know, watch how you roll, you know, in Los Angeles, you know, especially in the industry, in the entertainment field, acting, singing, being an influencer. Even with me, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is serious to know what you're getting your feet into, you know what I'm saying? And how to handle your ropes. And it's a lot of musicians and artists that are not sucked into their life, that are not into the selling their soul and doing all that for extra fame. They getting their money how they get their money. I say like Kalani, I don't know. It's a couple of artists that's not, you know, like that. You know what I'm saying? When you think of it.
Yeah.
You
and
know.
People are so willing to do that. Some people want that offer so bad because it's such a fast way to just get rich. It's so quick and easy to get rich, but you have to start to think about, you know, at what cost.
Right.
Are you gonna throw your whole life away, everything you believe in and stand for, just for a check, just for a better lifestyle, when you could really work on yourself and get it the right way, through hard work.
So, as we speak on the Illuminati case, The Weeknd unfolded right before our eyes, and nobody paid it no mind.
Yeah.
I love The Weeknd.
Okay.
The Weeknd,
I love The Weeknd too.
I can listen to all his albums all the way through. But when I say he unfolded right before our eyes in his music and in his videos, the same as Kanye West, that we didn't pay attention to. So, speaking on The Weeknd, do you think he is actually giving them what they want? Because in the last album he just did, and all the videos that he did to that last album, I mean, The Weeknd screams, do a line of cocaine, strip on a pole. You know what I'm saying? That is definitely what he screams in his music. You know what I'm saying? No cap. He lets you know he ain't afraid of it. Do a line, come have a party with me. You know what I'm saying? But do you feel like he is giving the Illuminati what he is supposed to have gave with everything that he's putting out? Because they have to put it in our faces.
I definitely do. And I definitely feel like he wants to get out. A lot. If you watch his videos, he doesn't want any more parts.
Right.
If you look at his stage presence now, he, you know, when he performed at the Super Bowl and stuff.
When he's been performing lately.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really have much to say about him because I don't read about him.
Who, The Weeknd? So, okay. So I had ended up on TikTok, of course, as y'all know, and scrolling on the first video and it was The Weeknd picking up a cigarette that Juice WRLD had dropped in a recent video that he did. So before Juice WRLD died, which I know you know about Juice WRLD, he had did like a cartoon animated video, and when he was going up, his joint or cigarette, whatever it was, dropped. And then the beginning of The Weeknd's new album, the first video that he put out, it was him picking up that cigarette that was dropped out of the sky, which, you know, claimed to be Juice WRLD, and smoking the cigarette and going on with the music video. And it basically went back 3 albums, the last 3 albums that The Weeknd had put out, and his videos and the music behind the videos. And it had just was like, damn, I wasn't paying this no mind. I just thought he was like, roll a blunt to the line, let's all have fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know he was really in too deep. Starboy, I feel it coming. I feel it come. Him turning into stone. Him, you know, him having the cross on his chain at one, not having the cross on his chain to having the cross on his chain. Him doing all these different videos that we are once again in plain sight but not paying attention to. We just thinking it's a weird ass video. You know what I'm saying? No, it's not a weird ass video. This is him expressing himself and what he's going through in the Illuminati exchange, what he has to put out there, what he's showing you in their lives. I think a lot of times in these music videos, they are putting on their life. That's actually what they feel inside, their emotions. A lot of these artists are producing their own music videos as well. So, you know, when that come to play, they ain't got no choice but to show you what's going on. And a lot of it screams, don't join the industry. A lot of it screams, you know, work for yourself. Don't do no, you know, do nothing else. So that runs me back into ones that are not on these contracts. Young M.A. Young M.A. is representing for all the masculine identified lesbians and studs out there. Shout out to you. You was holding it down. You was doing your thing. I know you probably ain't gonna never see this, but if anybody show you a clip, here you go. Give you your creds. Young M.A. is not a part. And in a lot of her music, she expresses not signing no contract. We get money. Ain't no signing. And she state verbatim, we getting money. Ain't no need for no contracts.
Right.
So when you getting money and you selling out shows, you still traveling over the world by yourself, no contract, doing it that way, still getting the same amount of money, the same amount of exposure, the same amount of love, the same amount of everything, right? Why is that not enough? Do you feel like a lot of the celebrities often want that J and B lifestyle?
Platform. People want that recognition. They want that fame. Some people itch for attention. It's not always about the money. It's about they want to be a person that people can look at and be like, I want to be like them. I want to meet them so bad. Just they want to be idolized. I feel like those are the people who are down to sign contracts.
Somebody say Sia is not. Who is that? The Chandelier girl?
I think so.
I don't know if she is, because I didn't know that song was speaking about depression and suicide. I want to swing from the chandelier. How many of us belted out this song when we heard it? I want to swing from the chandelier. I know you're talking about Sia the rapper, but how many of y'all heard that song? I know y'all heard that song. And she's actually talking about suicide and depression in that song. We belting this shit out from the top of our lungs. We don't know what these people are going through. Seriously.
Right. Have y'all... Sorry to change the topic, but have y'all seen... So it was a news broadcast on ABC. And it was like a malfunction or something.
They was glitching?
It was a malfunction, and it switched to a clip of people performing a satanic ritual. There's a video, you can see it. And they claimed that it was some type of malfunction they had, and it was actually a group from Facebook. They were saying it's actually a group from Facebook or whatever from Australia, but it doesn't make a lot of sense at all because why do they have any connection or connect with y'all's news broadcasts, with y'all's news people, the people who run, the show behind the scenes? How does that even go together? I feel like a lot of things are on purpose. I don't
Right.
believe in coincidences and malfunctions, especially on TV. These are things people want you to see because it's about to become, they're trying to normalize a lot of stuff.
Right.
Being a Satanist, worshiping the devil, being the Illuminati, all of these things are normal now. Nobody gets spooked anymore when you speak about the Illuminati because it's the norm.
Right. So
even though it's not.
So when you say Satanism and you talk about that, which I want to bring some light to this. Santeria and the Orishas was never meant for Caucasians to abuse it. What is happening is they learned some tricks and trades from our ancestors, and they passed them tricks and trades on down. And what Caucasians love to do is keep it in the family, and they do. That's something that Black people need to learn how to do again. That's how Satanism, satanic worship, and all that evil doing comes to play. Because only our ancestors know how to do a love ritual without harming physical people, without, sacrificing certain things. You know what I'm saying? Our ancestors know how to do a love spell with contracting guidance on. So if our ancestors wanted to do a love spell on Nay and a guy she liked, they talk to Imagine about what she likes in this guy, what she sees in this guy, what she don't see, what's her long term, what's her short term. Then they go talk to this guy and they see what he likes about Imagine. What's his long term? What's his short term? What he don't like? What he do like? And then they say, okay, should these two be together? They're not asking y'all, they're asking the higher up. This goes into the chain of command. They go to the higher up. Once the higher up look at Nay and look at the dude she like, and they like, all right, yes, we agree. That's when that person do that spell and does it for the love and the combination. I know that ain't no word, but the combination of her and the guy she wants and the guy that wants her, so they can be loving and happy together. They are abusing what our ancestors used to guide us, to feed us, to clothe us, to keep money in our pockets, to be innovative, to be inventions, making all this stuff. Like I just feel like, and you can give your input on this, I feel like it got into the hands of the wrong slave masters and the people that came and got the right ones. Because they only went after the right ones that knew what the fuck. They went for the higher up Africans. They went for the Africans who knew about the Orishas and knew about being in the form of having the entity being their body, who knew how to talk through as they call them cowrie shells. Our ancestors communicate through these in numbers. So I feel like it was taken and it was abused for the wrong thing. And that's how Satanism and people abuse that word. So when people think of Santeria, they automatically think of you worshiping the devil. Oh, you practicing some shit that you ain't supposed to be practicing, when that's not what it was based off of. That's not what it comes from. And that's not what it was for. And it tells you a lot in reading about the Orishas and Santeria, that you are only to use certain things for certain situations. They not out here killing people and stuff like that. The Orishas gonna do that for your own karma expense. If Ishu see you mishandling your children, and Ishu is the Orisha, and he is the child of all Orishas, and Ishu seeing you talking bad to your kids, abusing your kids, oh, issue coming for you. You're gonna be in jail for 25 to life. You're gonna have the death penalty. You're gonna have all bad things come to you. Your kids gonna get taken to you. Y'all got to understand the history. They abuse the history so much to where it's drowned till we don't know what's real and what's not. Santeria is not for Satanism. Satanism is definitely different. So what do you feel about that?
I agree.
I know I said a mouthful.
I agree with what you said, and I feel like, yeah, also what you said, like Satanism, it's definitely switched around where when you're doing an evil ritual, there's always some type of exchange or sacrifice. You always have to give something to get it back, to get anything back in return.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely feel like those people aren't going by the laws of the universe, and they've caused, I don't know, they've caused a lot of corruption, and they've just caused a lot of corruption in the universe, which is why I feel like a lot of people vibrate so low.
Mm-hmm.
Like they do, I feel like they do these things and they put a certain energy into the air.
Right.
So I feel, and I feel like that right there also controls the way people think and feel about things, or what they consider normal or okay, things that aren't normal. I want to talk about politicians though, and politics,
Because this is going to go into, so before you go right into your politics, do you feel that if we as the people thought or look less into the politician world and more on the universal law, because you said the law of the universe, do you feel, let me rephrase this, do you feel, as we as the people, so all 26 people on my side, do you feel that if all 26 of us didn't care about presidents, mayors, governors, things, lawyers, judges, things of that nature, and we went strictly off the laws of the universe, we would be better off?
Definitely. These things were created to keep our minds bounded. Democrats, Republicans, all of that shit is man-made things that we were taught since we were born. So those are things that we're going to feel like is important. And we're going to feel like those things matter. And really they don't. They were created to distract us from each other.
Right.
And to keep us against each other. So we'll never be a nation under one God. We'll never be that. Even though that's what we preach.
That's what they stand for,
what the
right?
United States lives by, us being united under God, when they never want that to happen. Because if we ever get smart enough to come together, they will no longer be.
Right.
Those people, those elitists that run the world will come to an end if we all learn to just elevate our minds, but we don't even think outside the bounds of what we're taught, because that's what we're taught.
Right.
Nobody thinks outside the box enough. And these politicians are run by elitists, and these elitists are above the Illuminati. I feel like the Illuminati is something broadcast more because it's used to also as a distraction, so we don't think about who runs the Illuminati. Obviously somebody above these people, which there is, and a lot of these politicians, I feel like, are not real people. I feel like a lot of the people they put on TV are not real people.
So you believe in the reptilians? Because I seen one guy on the news station, I forget, it was either ABC or NBC, to where they caught a snapshot of him with his tongue, and he had a split, like lizard-like tongue.
There's a lot of instances of live news. You can go and watch them again, where people's eyes shift, their character, their personality glitches. It's because they're putting on a front. These are the type of people that they can control. If you didn't know, reptilians is a species of aliens, and they can shapeshift, just like most other species of aliens and starseeds, they can also shapeshift. Um, and these people, in order to stay young and you be able to keep their form,
Can
they
you warm
eat
this up for me?
children. A lot of these older politicians eat kids. And that also comes along with the child sex rings and all the women and children that go missing every year. So many kids go missing. So many women go missing. Black women, black children. Because we have something in our blood, in our body that is valuable.
Or as
A
they call
drop
it,
of
keeping them alive. And we can talk about Queen Elizabeth, Princess Diana's mother-in-law.
yeah,
She
they
is the
look like they're
main
on the
one.
brink of death.
She
They're
got
hanging
a
on
warrant out
by.
for her arrest for that, but they ain't gonna arrest us.
They're not ever going to arrest these people. They can try to make it seem like, oh, they're in trouble, they're being held, whatever. No, they're not. These people are living freely, continuing to do what they do every day. And with the women coming missing, I do believe in switch gender roles. My grandma is a firm believer in switch gender roles, especially on television and in celebrities.
So what you mean by that? Switch gender roles?
Meaning where they take a man and they make him a woman. They take a man and they turn him to a woman, and they act in a way that they think women are supposed to act, or they put on a persona of the perfect woman. When we don't know what the perfect woman or man is supposed to be like.
Right.
It's supposed to be yourself. And that goes along with the control aspect. Every aspect of our lives are controlled, or at least they want it to be. Yeah, I feel like they're taking the women, and I feel like they're trying to experiment so that one day, transgender women and whatever are able to reproduce or have kids. That's what I think the real reason behind it is. And also our melanin, our organs, we're just more valuable than Caucasian people, period. And that's a fact. A little drop of melanin is worth more than gold. We're worth way more than a brick of gold. So when you think about that, it's no wonder why white people despise us, because
right. So on the last topic I want to speak on before we get off the live, and you did wonderful today. I love you. But have you, which I think you probably have, but have you heard about the Kendrick Johnson's case?
No, what is
the
that?
young black man. So Kendrick Johnson is a young black teenager. I follow his mom on TikTok. We are actually friends. I did the video asking everybody to go watch his story on Amazon Prime. If y'all have not watched the Kendrick Johnson story, make sure you go watch that. So on the close out of this discussion, I often used to always tell my niece whenever she used to go out, because my sister is not a controlling parent. So my niece, as you see right here, she had a very fluent life to where she was able to be herself. But me being the aunt that I am, I always ask for locations, text messages, FaceTime calls, check up on her to see what she's doing. If she's out, drop your location. I need to know where you are. So because certain things at certain times can happen, especially in Shreveport, Louisiana, where we from, and where we've been, and being beautiful, being pretty, as she say, a lot of our black women are getting held captive, being held kidnapped, getting taken, beaten, raped, and all of these things. So going into the Kendrick Johnson's case, a handsome black young man, well respected, well known football player of his high school time, and he was into it with an FBI agent's sons. This FBI agent's sons happen to be a part of Kendrick Johnson's movement. They lied about everything. Kendrick Johnson was found in the gym of his high school, wrapped up in a high school track meet mat or something like that they use to lift weights and stuff with, and things of that nature. He was found wrapped up inside of this mat, And when they unraveled it, it was repositioned. Everything was staged. He was beaten. When he got to the coroner's office suggested and stated that it was an accidental death. When this happened to this young man, the family then indeed it went and got a second option from another coroner. When this coroner got the body of Kendrick Johnson was stuffed with trash paper, newspaper. His body was stuffed with newspaper. In the Amazon video that it shows of Kendrick Johnson, Justice for Kendrick Johnson, it would also show you the details and full description on his life and his day that day before he was murdered and when he was murdered. Everything was set up. Kendrick Johnson was brutally beaten before he was stuffed into that mat, and everything else was positioned. Now, however, this FBI agent's son stated that they never seen Kendrick that day. They wasn't around him, and it was deleted video clippings from the filming and video clippings from the school that had the FBI agent's son walking side by side with Kendrick Johnson. It was an ongoing investigation. They reopened the investigation, and still we have no justice for Kendrick Johnson. We all know the parties were involved, and the FBI agent father and his sons, I feel, were all involved as well. So definitely, if y'all have not seen Justice for Kendrick, make sure y'all go look that up on Amazon Prime Video, and make sure y'all go view it and watch it and be up to date on what I'm talking about. So when she said that they are taking the organs and using the blood because of the melanin, this young boy was brutally murdered for no reason at all, if not any reason of jealousy and envy. I feel like I'm on the ID channel right now, Lord Jesus. But definitely not funny, but definitely I did feel like I was on top of the ID channel right now. But definitely when we speak on the number of Black women, the number of kids, we don't speak on how often these bodies are coming up with nothing in them. Get Out, movies that show you in your face what is going on. This young man went to a second corner, not the first white corner that the FBI and them got him to, but the second one found him stuffed with trash. What happened to the embalming fluid? So when you speak on them using and taking the melanin, because the melanin is worth more than what? A pound of gold? And the pound of gold is worth some money. If anybody on here right now can Google it.
Gold is worth more than diamonds.
Google it. Gold is worth more than diamond, right? So if organs inside of a melanin person is a piece of that is worth more than a brick of gold, somebody tell me how much a pound of gold costs. We need to Google that. How much does a pound of gold cost? Right now, we finna all do homework before we get off this. How much is a pound of gold worth in US dollars? $22,392. 22,000. So a piece, a finger,
one finger
off a melanated person, a heart off one melanated person is worth 22,000. The blood of a melanated person, a piece of a little syringe full, what we go to the doctor every day and give them for checkups to see if we're allergic.
Have y'all, I don't know if y'all watch American Horror Story, but there is a season. Sorry, guys. There's a season on there called Coven, and it's about witches. And in the beginning, it shows This is a real lady. I forget her name, but it's a real lady, real story. You can go visit her house. But she used to capture black people and
Put the
use their
blood.
blood to
Yeah.
stay young.
Yeah.
That is a real thing. People really used to do that.
Yes.
To
So if y'all have
keep
not watched
wrinkles,
The
to keep
Coven,
their face
definitely.
flawless.
Yes.
Definitely watch
Madam.
American Horror Story. It has some gems in it. Even with the new season,
It is the best
it's like
one.
about
with the story
these
script writer and his daughter and the
right.
yeah, the new
It's
season,
about
yeah.
it's like anybody who's talented or with any artistic
That has
ability,
the
you
gift.
take this that has a gift, you take this pill and it just like enhances it and it makes you the best of the best in no time. But there's a sacrifice. There's a takeaway from that.
Right.
But you should watch that. It's really good.
I watch it. Me and Ashley is on it already.
Yeah, American Horror Story got a lot of good gems.
American Horror Story does have a lot of good gems, and it does tell you about the witches in the wardrobe and the ancestry or hoodoo voodoo aspect. They don't just give you one thing.
They don't play.
They
give
you
facts.
everything. You know what I'm saying?
They give you facts on that show. Nothing
because there's a
on
difference.
there.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
There is a difference. So definitely, y'all give us some comments. How did we do? Give us a review in the comments right quick. I'm finna get a song in. Thank you, Marjanae. You are the best.
Yes,
This was a great conversation and a great way to open the eyes and the minds of what we don't really pay attention to. You know what I'm saying? Like what we need to start paying attention to. Shout out to Let's Talk About It when no topic is off topic. It's me, the host, Nee Baby, and the guest co-host, Nay. If y'all not following Nay, make sure y'all follow Nay. This is my sister's oldest daughter right here. She's beautiful, she's intelligent. Y'all make sure y'all check her out for all upcoming co-host guest co-host starring. Let's get the word right. But definitely the siren. Watch out for these commercials. Listen to your music. What you say? Don't capture it because they don't want to be captured. Stop vibrating low and looking for these drugs to make you feel good. My niece dropped a lot of powerful gems today. We talked about a lot of good stuff. People always think voodoo is black magic and demonic, and it's not if you study it correctly. Correction. That is correct. That is valuable. Ashe. Yeah, shout out to today's Let's Talk About It. It was very good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys.
That's what we like to hear. Can't nobody hold us down. Y'all know my family is full of gems. I just be bringing them out the bag one by one. We're gonna have the bear do it. Let's Talk About It with us one time, boy. She gonna have y'all minds fully blown.
She gonna have y'all mind blown.
Yes, they say you're beautiful like your mother.
Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you. I hope y'all was well educated. Like I said, knowledge is power. Make sure you be so aware all times of your surroundings. And be sure about the company you keep always. I tell my niece this all the time. Your friends, make sure you watch them. Make sure you know them. Some of them are envious and jealous. And some of them can use you for a quick come up quickly.
Facts, guys. I've cut off some of my closest friends. Right now to this day I have no friends. I've cut everybody off. And even if you think I hang out with her, nope, cut off. Got to go. And it's okay to grow out of people, to outgrow people.
Yes.
Some people are only meant for certain phases of your life.
I say yes.
All of those friends I had while I was broken knew me while I was broken, but they don't know me now.
Yes, I say yes. That's what I like to tell people. I told people a couple of lives back. That's why it's funny you say that. There's a lot of people that know me from high school in Shreveport, Louisiana, often judge me off the Nene they knew then. But they don't know the Nene now. They don't know the Kanisha now. They don't know the Nee Baby now. You know, like I am a truly genuine person out of love and light. You know, I'm real respected. You know what I'm saying? I respect others. And I know how to move accordingly. You know, I'm not here lying to people, faking the funk or doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? But definitely, you know, cut your grass and keep the snake up out your circle. If they you don't hurt them, and it's only gonna get wet. You got even all like that baby song show that nod in your head. But definitely make sure y'all stay up on game. I love y'all. Thank you for joining me today, Stank. You know, I'm posting this on the YouTube channel. So if y'all did not catch Let's Talk About It with No Topic is Off Topic, we spoke on Illuminati, conspiracy theories, and more with me and Nay. If y'all not following her, make sure y'all follow her on TikTok, Instagram is Blazing Nay. She do all things under the sun. All right. Ashe, we out.